Hey, welcome back to the Carpool Tunnel Talks podcast. We've been having technical issues, and it's a pain because no one ever talks about these technical issues. And we're just all happy right now. You should just see the trouble it's been to record the second podcast. This is like the fourth time we're trying.
And if this gets uploaded, it will be our first upload because the other two had, their own issues. So remember the audio?
Wait, what happened to the first one?
That was both of them.
That was the second one.
Yeah, it was gone, remember?
No, I sent you. I have the file for the first one.
Oh, really?
I sent it to you. I thought you were talking about the second one.
Yeah, do you also have the data file for it?
Uh, yeah, no, I should have the file for the first one.
Which one was the first
I
one?
don't know what happened. I thought I gave you that one.
No, which was the first one again?
By the way, we're gonna keep this in. I don't care what. This is important talking points.
Again, technical difficulties. First off, if someone can actually tell us how to use Discord, that would be really great. Thanks.
This is the worst cold opening ever. It's not this bad. I don't know what it is with like us specifically. I was using Discord like on a daily basis, and it's never given me this much problem. We're destined not to make a podcast, but we keep fighting it.
Well, I'm a fighter of destiny, so I'll keep trying to win no matter what.
So are we gonna have host topics like the first one, or are we just gonna ramble a bit until something pops out?
I suppose ramble a bit so we can get the authenticity, because remember, we gotta make sure the internet thinks we're all friends. It's not even us doing it on purpose. It's the I don't even know if it's the mic, if it's Discord, if
Our
it's
connection, I don't know what's
the
going on.
universe. Like even when we did with the games, Triforce Heroes and Monster Hunter didn't do any problems. Even if we were just playing the game, this would still be happening.
To be fair, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Next time I record, we'll try it one more time on Discord, and I'll lower the bit rate since it doesn't matter for anyone listening because we're recording independently. So only we have to bear lower audio quality. Which, to be honest, I'm kind of like a what's the word for that? It's like monotone. No, no. What's it called? Tone deaf. I'm like tone deaf with that kind of thing. I won't notice audio quality.
I will at least say it does sound better than if we were doing a phone call.
Yeah, because like they're dealing it with an edited version of what we're saying. Are we gonna subtitle these podcasts?
That's up to our editing department. Hey, editing department, what do you think about also putting subtitles to make sure of our exact words to make sure people can understand what we're saying?
Oh, I don't mean like subtitles like on like closed caption. I mean like Carpool Tunnel Talks podcast episode 2 and then the subtitle technical difficulties and we just spend the entire day talking about technical difficulties that we're going through. I kind of like talking about them though because I feel like when people are starting up you run into a lot of problems and like you never hear about those problems because like they worked out enough, I guess. It's just kind of nice to know that like if anyone else is struggling they're not alone.
That's one of the things that I find a bit eerie. Like, even if it's not just this, like anything, it always looks like it's just a straight road, but you don't see all the hurdles that anyone goes to achieve their goal.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of little things that you never think of. And then when you're actually like editing the videos or whatever, you notice all these tiny little things that you need to be aware of. And it's like suddenly so much harder.
Especially what, shoot, oh. Again, our editing department apparently loves me because of all my stuttering and stuff.
Why do you call the editing department? Just say Gumdrop. Gumdrop's our editor. Well, you know what? Gumdrop reacting to your thing give it away. It's like our editor. Well, I wonder who our editor is.
It's a giant pain in the ass. It really is.
Today we're recording at KG's house because it was most convenient. It'd be nice if we could just all like sit and record in front of it, but like getting one of those audio splitters,
What are you talking about? We spared no expense.
we spared all the expense. All of it. Literally as much as we could. We spared it. It's more like we didn't have a budget.
We had a pizza budget.
Along the way, we'll make sure to get better equipment. I promise. Something not garbage and something not as like MacGyver as this is.
If anyone is out there, we're trying. Well, I don't know. We're just doing this so we can get a bunch of money and then buy an island with the YouTube ad revenue that we get.
I think we should prioritize, like, just spend all the money on equipment first. We gotta spend money to make money, and right now we have spent no money.
What are you talking about? I spent 25 cents on each of these mics.
Did you really? Because I know you got them at Goodwill.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that that could be true, or the fact that I bought this, but a bunch of the other stuff I've seen at Goodwill. Ketzel knows that he's just like,
He runs into like really rare and expensive stuff, and he just kind of passes on it almost every single time. And then like I bring it up like, oh, how cool would it be to have one of these? And he's just like, oh yeah, I saw that for like $2. And I'm just like, why?
I have seen a bunch of stuff at like, well, sometimes I go to thrifting in my local area, and I always see stuff that Ketzel's just like, why did you see that? Or like, why didn't you buy that?
He goes thrifting. Oh, hold on. He goes thrifting with like nothing in his pocket and expects to be like, oh, well, I had 20 cents going into a thrift store.
Okay, okay, the first, okay, let's explain this. The first time was when I went to one of my local Goodwills. And I was there with my parents, and I saw a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Disc, the Battle City one. And I think they wanted $5 for it, but I only had like 2 or 3 on hand.
If it was something he really wanted, he would have like actually gone to an ATM and got the money.
For shame.
What am I supposed to do? Run with it?
You could have asked your mom for money and bought it. If you really wanted it, you would find a way.
Yeah, he found like a limited edition Pokemon Game Boy, and recently he was telling me that he found the Club Nintendo Gold Nunchuk, and he's like, "Oh, well, I don't know, I just passed it."
Well, because I don't like gold.
You see his reasoning?
That's not even reasoning. I don't like gold. That's not a reason.
It is reason.
I don't know. It's just like I would have seen like if I hadn't seen a Wii remote that I had like even like I don't know any controller, and it was like, oh, that's a strange color. I probably would have got it if I saw like a Dreamcast controller that was blue. I'd be like, whoa, that's something not normal. Let me get it.
That would depend, because there is 2 versions of a blue Dreamcast. One that's a regular one, and one that's from the Divers 2000 one. Now, that one's rare.
Yeah, but like the thing is, it's blue. I don't know which one it is, but I'm gonna get it anyway because it's rare, and then I can find out later how rare it was, or look it up on the spot with technology.
So, after stuff like that, Ketso and I have an agreement to,
We have an agreement that he's gonna call me if he sees anything I would like, and he's done that a couple of times. We're like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool. But then like he still runs into things that I just so happen not to mention, and like he keeps passing on stuff. Like the other day, he ran into a copy of Metroid 2 on the Game Boy.
because I'm not a Metroid fan. I need to play the series. Because that's the sequel.
Well, why not start there?
Well, yeah, but that's its own thing. Because didn't the creator say that's non-canon to the regular series?
No, it's canon. It's because Other M makes things complicated. Because the thing is, Other M is based off a manga, but Other M contradicts the Metroid Prime trilogy. Technically, like if you take out Zero Mission or Other M, which you probably should, considering it's kind of its own continuity, if you consider the manga. I don't know. The way I think about it is like that's Other M and that manga is a completely different continuity.
If anyone wants to, they could put in the comments. Okay, say how you should play these Metro cards. Or should you just be like, don't worry about it, just play whatever you find.
Even just the Game Boy game in general, I think it would have been worth picking up at a Goodwill because it's a Game Boy game. You don't see those at Goodwill too often.
I do.
Oh my goodness.
And then it's gotten to the point where sometimes we'll actually go to thrift at the Savers and stuff.
We go, and I never see anything.
The only place you can kind of verify we've seen stuff like cartridges loose or, well, mostly loose, is like at the Savers we go to, and even then that's like, which one did you buy? SSX?
Oh no, you're talking about 1080 snowboarding.
That one. Like,
We found that one at a Goodwill. We also found, oh no, that one was at Savers. I do run into stuff like very rarely, and it's like I don't go consistently enough to find these things. I guess I can blame myself because I don't go often enough, but also like I cannot not in a situation where I can go every other day. I would if I could.
like if you can drive, well, completely by yourself.
Yeah, like if I had just finally get that driver's license.
I guess the other thing is when it comes to trying to look for stuff, we're not on the same, like, I'm looking for Atari stuff, verging from the 2600 to the Jaguar. I'm looking for Sega stuff. Nintendo, not as much. It's to the point where we know certain stuff if we see it, but you don't completely know if it's rare or not. So it's like it's just another pass by.
Yeah, well, you do that. Whenever I see like any little thing, I'm like, oh hey, I should probably call see what's going on.
It's not like I'm doing this on purpose. It's just a weird coincidence.
Or it's just like, oh, I don't like that. Even the idea of buying it just to like pawn it at GameStop to get more money is there.
Yeah, so I can get that whole $2 back in credit.
GameStop, even know how stingy it is, I'm pretty sure they give you more than $2.
I guess if I saw something, for example, like Earthbound, if I saw that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know this. Or what would be another example? Is Chrono Trigger expensive?
I think so.
If I saw that, or like,
Pretty much any first party anything from Nintendo. I'm just telling you that pretty much anything first party from Nintendo is worth something.
so yeah, so now the other part of the agreement is for Ketzel to make just a huge list of stuff to find.
And like I did, and then the thing is, he still runs into stuff that I want that I just like. Oh well, he's not gonna run into that, or like I just didn't think of it at the time, and it's just like it's annoying.
The one thing he does want, I know for sure, is like a gamepad for the GameCube that's Hori, right?
That'd be cool, fine.
If I ever pass that up, he would never let me live it down.
I'm not letting down that $40 gold nunchuck.
I thought you would have forgotten about that.
The gold nunchuck I need to complete my gold set. The thing's always on my mind. Not always, but every time I pull out my gold Wii remote.
The point is, though, it's happened on more than one occasion where you found something really amazing, really rare that you could have bought for maybe $2, and you're like, oh, I don't have $2.
Make sure when you see something, look it up on the spot.
And if anyone wishes to donate their gold nunchuck to Ketzel, please do so. I'm sorry, Ketzel. You hate me.
Yeah.
Aww.
I didn't even like spend a second allowing.
It's like, oh, that's fine. This thing's long enough. I guess we can use it for news.
Alright.
Ketzel's just like, I'm waiting.
You know, I'm not gonna even because the last recording we had, towards the very end, KG went super dark and he just like consistently kept it dark, and I'm just like, we need to end this now.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm having a bad day. I'm going to kill myself.
I didn't even go like that. It was just, it just turned from a regular, like, oh yeah, this subject. Then we started free talking, and there was like, apparently it made a couple of suicide jokes.
It's because he made a comment and there was like an awkward pause. Kind of like that one. And then he's like, okay, you know what, guys? I'm just going to end it all.
I think I made a bad joke, and then no one laughed, so it's just like, I'll go up the roof. I'll just jump off. Hopefully that'll end it all.
It came out of nowhere. I was like, that got dark fast.
And then, even today, things have been kind of interesting after our great discussion about the what ifs. Because everyone loves what if topics, don't they?
How about this, guys? What if it wasn't a yes?
Guys, what if we were actually professionals?
Guys, what if we had appropriate equipment?
What if people actually like our channel?
That's a bit like, oh, that would never happen.
Guys, seriously, that's a what if. Guys, no, seriously, if you like it, give a thumbs up and subscribe. Like, subscribe, and comment.
As a YouTuber, we gotta say, you gotta subscribe. It's our livelihood.
You don't have to, though. It's kind of a hypothetical.
That was a what if. Now we're telling you. We're not giving you an option.
You must subscribe.
What if you had an option? You guys, if you're listening to this, you gotta subscribe.
Just be like, if you do not subscribe, we will blow up the moon.
Sonic already did that. Eggman did that.
Both, but both ends, not just the other half.
What if this isn't a what if scenario?
What if this is not the real world, and the real world is the Sonic dimension?
Nah.
It's probably the most believable thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it is getting edgier like this world.
No, our world isn't getting edgier, it's getting dumber.
What are you talking about? We had that brilliant man as our president.
Some orange dude. I think it was the Lorax.
The Lorax.
I thought it was an Oopa Loopa, but that works too.
But no, Trump's really getting himself into some tight situations. Not to get political, but I'm really like, how long can this last? We'll stop there. Don't stop. Don't comment. We'll just that's the only comment politically we're gonna say.
No, we're just going to stop it here, right? Please?
We'll just bring up really controversial topics, say one thing about them, and then never mention them again.
Yeah, we should do that.
Just reset every episode.
Meet the status quo.
It gets to the point where it's like something random happens, and then the next episode is like, oh yeah, hi guys. We're not gonna acknowledge anything that happened at all. At least we're actually doing something for once. At least I'm not at McDonald's.
I saw a video today. I've actually seen it before, where these two. I think they're Swedish. I don't recognize the language because I don't recognize a lot of languages. Pretty sure it was Swedish though. You know what? I don't know. But they went to McDonald's, right? And they grabbed some of their food, and then they went to like a food convention. They decorated the food so it didn't look like McDonald's foods, and they told everyone it was organic, and everyone was complimenting it. They were like, "Oh, this is super healthy. This is delicious. This is like good texture and savory." It was funny because they're supposed to be like food connoisseurs, but they were like complimenting McDonald's.
Cue laugh track. Ha 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 ha.
We should just have like stock sound effects of our laughs and just overlay them over stuff that we thought was funny, but you guys didn't react to.
Just have like the dumbest laugh track, like "Doi, oi, oi."
Hardy har har.
No, at that point we'll just have Gumdrop laugh as Tristan from the first few episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Joey.
You know, I haven't seen the dub in such a long time. I don't remember what he sounds like.
Ooh, so we have something to do after this.
No, we're gonna watch the Singapore dub. We gotta no. You know what? No, because I'm busy watching the sub on Crunchyroll. It's not sponsored, but
I swear, anytime you mention anime, it's just like Crunchyroll agents just come in and be like, hey, you mention anime, now we have to sponsor you. It's the law.
to be fair, out of anyone, I believe Crunchyroll would probably be the first to sponsor us. That or Loot Crate.
Cue laugh track. Ha.
Ha ha ha.
But-
Ha 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 ha.
What was it, Froggy?
Froggy.
Oh, jeez.
Guys, if we ever get good enough, can we just turn this into a Let's Play channel? Or like, Froggy, where did my Pallywag pal go?
I would love actually to do Let's Plays, but it's just like we'll have to, like, each one of us has to pick a game. All three of us do like games, but we like such different games that it's even hard for us to connect. Ketzel likes platformers a lot.
Yee, gotta get those platformers, those collectathons.
I love open world and shooting games, and Gumdrop, well,
He likes puzzle games.
No, well sometimes. RTS are good. Anything with strategy or CCGs.
Like a puzzle game?
yeah, shooting has strategy, guys. You have to know when and when not to take cover, when to shoot.
That's a reactionary kind of thing.
Strategy is more of a you have to take time to think about your moves.
Yeah, it's like premeditated. It's like premeditated.
Oh, so like premeditated murder.
No.
Get out of here.
You know what? Like, can we like for one podcast? I dare you not to say anything.
That isn't about death, or
What's the word? You can't say euphemism, and you can't say anything violent toward like violent.
what have I used a euphemism?
You use a euphemism at the start of the podcast.
What are you talking about? I'm a child at heart still, and mind.
That likes to kill people. You know, like normal children.
Do you not remember the line that you said at the beginning, or are you just playing with me? Like you, I secretly think he said that he was he said something about the mics being one had a condom and one didn't, something like that.
No, that was me.
No, I'm pretty sure you said it.
Yeah, about the condom. But that wasn't about murder. It was, you know.
No, that's what I'm saying. He can't have any of those "that's what she said" moments.
But that's like half of
That's half of his dialogue. That's half of his like speech pattern.
all comedy though. You know, just dirty jokes.
We're not here to make comedy.
Yeah, let's tell some dad jokes.
Oh god, that's your department, Gumdrop. You're the daddest of the dads.
No.
What if we got you a present on Father's Day? Would that make you a dad?
No. Cuz I'm not a dad, so I wouldn't get anything on Father's Day.
Let's say you were a dad.
No, stop with the what ifs. I'm not a dad.
You're my father figure.
You know what I think is funny? I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt, and the fact that you said I am your father.
Which is never actually said in the movie. Is it? That was the line, right? It's like, it's not actually Luke, I am your father. It's like, they don't actually say that. How did that happen?
The line before it is Obi-Wan, he said you killed my father, and he's like, no, I'm your father. I think.
I don't know. I never saw Star Wars.
Another topic, I guess. How's everyone doing at school?
What are you talking about? You two aren't even going to school yet.
I know. Cut this part out.
They don't know that.
I don't care. Cut this part out. It's not relevant. You've only been there for like 3 days.
That was Keiji. That wasn't me.
This was like a dumb topic. It's so easy to just say edit this, but like, Gumdrop has to do with it all.
We'll fix it in post.
Now I'll fix it in a post. Don't even. We'll fix it. We're a team.
We're not a team.
We are a team. We're doing this together.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together as I sing off key.
They don't know that we're singing. We're all in this together.
This is more fun than I thought it would be.
I like that we don't have topics this time. This is more fun.
It feels more organic.
We do have 2 topics though. We talked about technical difficulties and then we switched over into goodwilling, thrift shopping. That's what it's thrifting.
Gumdrop, since this is more organic, is okay if we put certified organic on the top, on the not comments, on the description.
That's not my department.
No.
So then we Aw.
It's like a kid in a Savers. He's like, "Mommy, can I have this gold nunchuck?" No.
What about this super rare Game Boy? No.
Can I have this dual disc then? No.
Mommy, that big man with a beard might get it. No.
I don't think he's gonna get it. He's just gonna window shop.
Ugh.
He's only got like $2 to his name. He's not gonna get it.
And that's how you cycle back to the topic.
So apparently the moral of the story is always have at least $20 in your pocket.
Actually, yeah, that's at least have $20 if you're gonna go somewhere where you could buy stuff.
Yeah, and if you're anything like Ketzel here, you're gonna only have 20.
I only have 20s. There's like a recurring problem in my household where it's just like we always need change for 20s, so nobody has less, and it's because when we pull out money, it's only 20s. I guess what I should do is instead of giving my smaller bills, I should just give them my 20s and have those broken for later on.
Yeah, that's what I do. I take out 20s and then I spend on some small stuff and I get change back.
Yeah, but then it makes your wallet feel fat.
My wallet doesn't feel fat. It's college.
For me, it's just sort of a convenience thing. It's just like, oh, we'll just give them the smaller bills so like I have less bills to deal with. Did you see that Gumball episode where they burn books? It was pretty funny.
I gotta see it. That show's funny as hell.
I really would actually want to get into Gumball, but some of the episodes never stick for me. But like the one that I can think of is an episode where the two main I think they're the two main characters, think it's cool to be old people.
Yeah. That one was great. When they think they're gangsters, so they're like, oh man, that was funny.
I hated that episode.
You know what I appreciate? I appreciate that they kept the continuity and they removed I think that was the episode. It might have been later. No, it was definitely that episode because one of the things they had to do was related. Oh boy.
Are you making a mess in my room?
Your room's trash now.
I go in there and it looks like Guns N' Roses was just in there.
I organized all your games alphabetically like they should be.
Like, no.
He has them, okay, for context, he has them organized by release date.
And for additional context, Vita, best system.
That's less context.
What do you mean it's less context?
You give them irrelevant information that added nothing.
Yes, now they know that games are Vita games.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah, but that was an unnecessary detail.
Yeah, but it's still context.
Not really, no. No, you made things more confusing.
How you always say that? You said that about this, you said that about time travel.
Stop bringing stuff up. We're like running low on time.
And now who's dancing around the questions?
Still you.
All I'm saying is that I don't want to like bring in like 6 new topics because like now we have to explain what you mean by time travel.
We do?
Yeah, because like now you can't just say that,
Okay, time travel is the concept of either going forward or backwards in time.
dude. KG, you gotta like stop for a second because like you can't just bring up stuff and assume people understand. You have to bring up the context. You do this. You know what? You do this in real life too. Except often I'm on the other end of it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
And then you'll just keep going like everyone understands you, but nobody understands what you're talking about because you make it worse.
Let me just give like 5 seconds of context. We were talking about time travel and what series uh has time travel that makes the most sense. Maybe we'll get into it later in a different podcast, but that's all you need to know for this.
See, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, but like I have to go out of my way to like make sure that you guys didn't add anything further.
Yeah, he's kind of damage control for your conversations.
You can't just bring up stuff like, oh, like last Tuesday and expect people to understand what happened last Tuesday. Nothing happened. I just brought up a random date.
What happened last Tuesday?
What did happen last Tuesday?
Oh my goodness.
Now I want to know what happened.
See, now you're doing it.
Because he doesn't, because you're leaving him out. He has no idea what happened last Tuesday, which I'm pretty sure was nothing.
With Keiji, it's always something.
Every day's an adventure. But you gotta admit, this has at least been fun.
It's just, this is just one of our conversations recorded. This is like the entire day for us.
That's what I wanted. Heck, apparently that's what one of our fans liked, and he's like, he wants more of this. Just us going back and forth.
Our fans, our one subscriber that we talked to one time.
Hey, it's still a fan.
Do we have a second subscriber?
I don't know. We got my brother.
I'll admit, like the dynamic between us and especially Keiji is like just something to behold sometimes.
You never know what the hell's gonna happen with this guy, man.
Yeah, we'll spend like literal hours talking.
It's a spectacle.
No, not like that. That's me. That's a me thing. You're more like, I don't like potatoes because they remind me of the moon. It's like totally something you would say.
Those are more with the wave potatoes.
See, the fact he was able to make connection. I think I've explained this to you before. I have a separate, like, this is what normal people think. And, like, I have, like, a set of things that I think and then what I expect more normal people to think. When I think of something that's a little off or weird, I'm like, okay, a normal person wouldn't be able to relate to me.
Well, yeah, but for context, like you say.
But you're like, no, everyone understands me. So you hold everyone to your ideas. And oftentimes people can't connect.
Like, is it really that bad?
Dude, we've had like literal arguments for like hours on end of one topic.
And we get nowhere in those hours of argument.
I'm trying to understand that.
It's a good thing we're recording this so you can see just how like bizarre some of our conversations go and see how little sense they make. I can like literally pick apart your conversation and tell you what's going on.
Once I become an old man, I'd just be like, no, I never said that. And you're like, you go to the, if YouTube still exists, you go there and you're like, see, you said that. I've even had some psychology teachers from the college. They always seem like fascinated in the way I think, but I was just like, what are you talking about? You think like everyone else.
Do you actually like, is that actually like, your mindset? Where you're like, you hold your standard of thinking as the norm?
Kind of, I guess. Because, like, is this an intervention?
No, we need more people for that.
So it's gonna be the entire internet.
Yeah, once we get enough subscribers, we're gonna sit all of us in one room and have a discussion with you.
Either that or like when we get in a panel, it's like you're just like, haha, this whole time it was a ruse.
Yeah, I could see it. He's just trying to fool the whole world.
You know, I could totally see that from you, like in some like hidden way that you're faking everything. You know what like caught me off guard too? It's like one time I questioned him, right? And his response was like, "Cause it's fun."
That sounds like something a troll would say.
And I'm like, "Oh, that sounds suspicious."
Or a troll.
What? Who was it?
Yeah,
Or a gamer?
a gamer troll from Smurf Village. You Smurf.
The jig is up. I'm truly am blue inside.
KG, what Smurf trait are you?
I don't know. I've never watched Smurfs.
He's Smurfette.
That's what you have to make you Smurfette. You had to come up with your own Smurf. You had to describe yourself with one character trait. What would it be?
Confused.
Confused. I love it.
I'm always just walking around, just like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this life is. I'm just.
Clueless. That one, actually, there we go. He's clueless, Smurf.
It's gotten to the point where other professors will hear me say stuff, and I think this happens once in my one of my history classes. Like everyone just looked at me like, "Dude, what are you thinking in there?" I'm not like, "What are you talking about?" I didn't know what was their deal.
It's funny because we have to like often like deconstruct his thought process and explain it to him. We've done it multiple times. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with thinking your own way, but it's kind of like you gotta like have a standard of like what people think and don't think.
And we've gotten nowhere because he just thinks the same way.
Well, I don't know what but other people think, as everyone's unique in their own special way. They're one in a million.
You can generalize people. That's the thing. There's common threads between most people.
Like the census. Aww.
So basically, KG can't have a normal conversation.
It's just a giant case study. It gets to the point where someone does a theory video and like, what is he thinking?
He's just a giant clueless Smurf.
I'll be the best actor you've ever known.
No, it's not an act. I know there are some people that act really eccentric. They think it's an act, but then they meet the person, he's actually like that person. And I think it's gonna be funny, like if people meet you in person, they're gonna be like, he's really like that.
And they're gonna just be like, oh god.
They are in for one hell of a surprise.
So, more of the story. Get us famous enough so we could go to a convention, and then we'll have a huge audience so we can see exactly what is going on.
But that's not really a moral. You said moral of the story, make us famous. That's not a moral.
Sure it is. We're in the US. Everyone wants to be famous. Well, actually, no, that's California.
Whatever. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna call a cold exit.
Wait, you just leave?
Alright. Hi, everybody. Hope to see you again. Is that cold?
I don't even know what a cold exit is. I think it's just after we say bye, we just keep talking a little bit, and you just slowly cut out.
Or we could just go into the freezer.
We're going into the freezer now. Well, that's literally a cold exit. Yeah, I don't think there's a light at the end of this carpool tunnel.